spot. I'm feeling good. The sun is shining. I knew it would. The world's a playground. I'm in the clouds. Let me show you what it's all about. Check it out.
Hi there, everybody. Welcome back to the ThermoWorks BBQ Patio. Today we're bringing the heat with Jack Carlisle of Camp Chef. We're excited to make some delicious steaks, and I see some crab here. And this is going to be a fun time, I can tell. We've got some great ingredients on the board. Jack, what are we going to do today?
Oh man, this is one of my favorite meals. I love doing this one. It makes such a good celebration. That's what cooking's all about, is celebrating anyway, right? Right, yeah. And so this is a celebration right here in all its own. But this is just a good classic steak Oscar. We're gonna be using the filet. We'll throw some crab on there. We're gonna make a really quick béarnaise sauce, and we're gonna show you how simple it really is. It sounds difficult. Sounds like too hard.
Like béarnaise sauce can be intimidating for you, but it really doesn't need to be. There's some really straightforward things you can do to make it go off without a hitch.
Yeah, and I can't wait to show you the tips I have and get your tips as well.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be awesome. I'm excited to cook out here. Okay, so we got these fillets here. I picked these up. I already got them from the butcher. They're already pre-cut, and quite interesting enough, they had some primes there and some choice. Okay. And I looked at the primes and I was not impressed with them. Oh. They didn't have what I was looking for. Okay. And I looked over to the choice section and look at these. They're fantastic. I would think this is definitely on the higher end of a choice.
That's definitely like high choice there,
I mean,
yeah.
you got, look at the inner muscle fat. So guys, just because it says prime, make sure you check everything there and pick out for that inner muscle
Get
fat.
what you want. Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic.
Yeah, so last night we dry brined these.
Okay, just a salt rub?
Yeah, just salt.
Okay.
Salt's the only thing that'll penetrate protein, so just salt it. It's got a nice crust on it now, and we're just gonna throw it in. We're gonna do a reverse sear method on it.
Okay, so what time do we have our Camp Chef out there?
Okay, so we're gonna do 225. So we're gonna bring this up slow and low. 225. I got it on a smoke setting of 7. So it's just gonna bring that meat up really slow. Okay. We're not gonna overcook the outside. Nice. We're gonna be able to get a nice medium rare coast to coast off of this.
Okay, love it. That's my favorite.
And then we're gonna sear it at the last. We always talk about searing holding in juices.
It's a lie.
It's a lie. It's not gonna hold anything. It doesn't matter if you sear it at the beginning or the last. Right. I like to reverse sear because then I've got coast to coast medium rare. Plus it just takes a lot of stress off.
It does.
We're gonna sit here and cook, and these are just gonna be doing their thing. We don't even have to worry about it.
And then we can sear them and eat them hot and fresh like that.
Perfect.
Great. Okay, Jack, let's get these beautiful steaks on there, yeah?
Yeah, let's get them on this here woodwind. So 225, I like to use the top rack. That way I get that convection of the pellet grill. I utilize all that airflow.
Nice.
So we've already got these salted, but we do want to get a little bit of pepper on those.
All right, I'll grab the pepper here.
All right, so we got a little fresh ground pepper, and I like to pepper high. That way I can get an even coat. If I'm down low, then it just bunches up on me.
Yeah, I get that.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna stick a probe in here. We've got the Smoke X2 for monitoring our temperatures. And that'll be, so we're gonna reset these to what temp again, 105?
Yeah, let's go to 105.
Okay, 105, and that'll give us plenty of room for the sear. And so we'll set the high alarm for 105 on this and monitor our temperature, and that'll be great.
Perfect.
Let's
Sounds
cook them.
Awesome.
So while these are cooked, are we gonna make the sauce?
Yeah, let's get rolling on this sauce. You can make it a little bit ahead of time. Okay. And you might as well get it rolling. It'll be done, and then we can finish everything off.
Fantastic. All right, Jack, we've got the makings of a béarnaise here, it looks like, and that's what goes with the steak Oscar. So why don't you talk us through what needs to happen? I'm gonna start chopping up the shallot, yeah?
Okay. Yeah, let's get the shallot. And a lot of times people are scared of shallots because they haven't really heard of them, right? But I think most grocery stores carry them now, so they just grab them and run with them.
They've got a really great flavor. They're different than an onion.
And Martin was just telling me he grew them in his garden this year. How cool is that?
I did. Gonna do better next year, but I got some this year.
So we'll get the shallots chopped up. I'm gonna start working on the tarragon. We're gonna do about probably 3 or 4 sprigs of tarragon. And you can pick tarragon up at most local stores as well. And I just go against the grain and pull those off and start working on the leaves. All right, so what we want to do on the béarnaise sauce, I know it's super simple. It's basically a hollandaise sauce that we're adding some essence. And essence is just flavor. And the flavor we're using is shallots and tarragon, and that's what makes it the béarnaise sauce. And we're going to be adding some red wine vinegar to that and some white wine. So
That'll be fantastic.
Yep.
Do you want this whole shallot in there?
Yep, let's
All
go
right.
ahead and put the whole shallot in. Let me hurry and finish up this tarragon really quick. We can go ahead and add in the white wine and
the vinegar?
the vinegar.
All right. And I see a Fresno pepper here. What's that for?
So we're gonna actually dress that at the end with the Fresno. I
Okay.
like a little bit of heat, and as you can see, they would kick me out of a French kitchen. I I like stuff rough. I like stuff rough chopped. I
A little
like
bit more rustic.
Like way more rustic. You know, I'm always cooking outside, so I just kind of make my cooking go along with that. as
That's
well.
fine. You know, I mean, we don't have to stick to those old recipes if we don't want to.
Exactly.
All right, so that looks like about a tablespoon and a half of fresh chopped tarragon there.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
We're going to cook all the liquid out of this, basically, right?
Basically, cook it always. We want just a little bit of wetness left,
Okay.
and all that flavor is just going to super concentrate, and it's going to be fantastic.
All right, let's
Oh,
get
man.
on the heat.
You smell
Yeah,
that
I do,
already?
I do. So Jack, we've got the essence on here, and a lot of people don't realize you can use this griddle as like a heating plate.
Yeah, it's just all it is a big thick pot, right?
Yeah, it's just a big old chunk of, right now, really hot steel.
Uh-huh.
We've got this up to a simmer, and we're just going to cook that down until all the liquid is gone. Is that correct?
That's correct. I mean, we'll have a little bit of liquid left in there, but pretty much all gone.
So to do this on the flat top, you just want to have that at a nice high heat, and you have a really even heat distribution for cooking on
Yeah,
that, right?
I'm not going to worry about it burning, and
That's
you know,
nice.
because it's so even.
So let's let that go, and then we need to get the eggs ready.
Yeah, let's get the eggs ready, and then we can start making that sauce.
Okay, great.
All right, so we're just gonna whisk this, get it all incorporated. Let's go check the essence and see if it's done, and then we can start cooking the hollandaise. All right, so the liquid is all reduced out. It's a little bit wet in there, but not much. I mean, we may have half a teaspoon in there.
Great, yeah.
So all that flavor's concentrated. This is gonna be,
All
man,
right.
I'm so excited.
So we're just gonna set this aside now, right?
Yep, let's set it aside, let it cool. All right, so now we're gonna grab these eggs. And this is gonna be where people get really nervous about doing this, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of different methods to do it, and I found that this works really well. That way I can control it really easy.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the flat top, I've got a thin bottom, and then I can just control my heat by lifting it up and down.
Right, yeah. So you do want some heat when you're doing this because we want the proteins to kind of cook, but we certainly don't want to scramble those eggs, huh?
Exactly, exactly. We don't want to make a scrambled egg sauce.
So we're just going to be adding little bits of heat to that while you whip it around.
And I found, you know, the thermopan works amazing for this.
What temperature are we looking for the eggs to not go over?
Okay, we don't want to go over 165, and the eggs
Okay.
themselves, I want to probably be about right around that 120 to
Yeah,
140.
that's 120, 117 right
yeah.
there.
So I think we can start adding the butter into this.
Okay.
So it's really helpful to have a partner doing this with, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
So we're going to add just a little bit of this here, right?
yep, we don't want to dump it all in.
And do not rush this process, huh?
Nope. This is just a good time to sit there,
Yeah.
chat with your friends.
Yep.
Now that butter is going to be right around room temperature, and that's where you want it at. So it's going to cool down your mixture a little bit.
And this is clarified butter, right? This isn't just melted butter. This is just the fat part of the
Just
butter.
the fat, yeah. We took the
butter solids out.
the milk solids out last night. You know, a lot of people do this in a mix, a stand-up mixer or whatever. But I don't have a stand-up mixer 99% of the time when I'm outside cooking, so we go old school. All right, we're starting to thicken getting a little too thick here, so let's add some liquid. Lemon juice is going to work great if you grab
right,
some of that.
Sure. Just a little bit. A little bit goes a long way for thinning it out.
It does. See how much that thinned up, and that looks fantastic.
Oh man.
All right, let's check to see where we're at temperature-wise.
Okay. Where are we at?
All right, we're rolling up right there about 115. So
Okay.
let's just go ahead and heat this up just a little bit more and we'll be done. Hey Martin, I think we can go ahead and add that essence into here.
Okay.
Okay. And again, I like it rustic, so we're just gonna go ahead and throw all this in there.
Yeah, if we were in cooking school, we would strain this out and just get the flavor out of it.
I'd be fired.
But we're not in cooking school,
Nope.
so we don't have to do it that way.
You know, you learn the rules, then you learn how to break them.
That's right.
All right, then we're gonna ask you to break it again. We're gonna throw some Fresno peppers in this. That's gonna
Oh.
give kind of a fresh little bite to it with a little bit of a kick.
We've got one chopped up Fresno
One
here.
chopped up Fresno, and just gonna put in how much your heat tolerance is.
Well, that's going to be all of our Fresno pepper. We're just going to use all of that. Right there, like that.
All right, so now look at the color on this.
That's
We've got
beautiful.
Just beautiful color. We got some reds, we got some greens, super festive.
It's like confetti in the sauce. That's beautiful.
Okay. All right, so this is, this can sit on your room temperature for 2 hours.
Okay.
So you can make it a little bit ahead of time if you need to.
Nice.
But we've got to get the rest of our stuff done.
All right, what's next then?
So we've got to get the crab on. We'll get that cooking.
Okay.
We got to get the asparagus, and then we're going to sear off those steaks.
All
That
right.
should be just right.
Fantastic. Jack, I'm going to keep slicing this. We're going to slice this asparagus in half, right? You said? So
Yeah,
that
let's slice it in half so it's thin. I want it like kind of a crispy, earthy.
we get a faster sear on it that way,
just awesome flavor. coming
Okay,
out
and
of
what are
those.
you doing over there?
So we got to get this crab on. So this is some king crab that we deshelled. I got, like a half a stick of butter. We're going to add a little bit of lemon to this mix as well. And you know what? I'm just going to throw it underneath these beautiful steaks and just let it come up to temperature. All right, so our alarm went off and we are actually up to about 108 now.
Okay.
A little bit over what our target temperature is, but that's okay. We'll just adjust our time on the sear. Yeah. Okay, all we're doing with the sear is adding flavor.
Right.
We're getting that Maillard reaction going.
Get
and
that crust on there.
Get that color going. Oh man, that smells fantastic. Okay, we're right there bouncing between 118 and 120. That one's going about 124. We are ready to pull those. Okay, it's kind of important to let stuff rest as well. So we're gonna pull that off and let it rest. While it's resting, let's throw on some asparagus. Okay, I'm just gonna throw the asparagus on dry.
Okay.
And then we'll dump the oil over the top of it. And the whole idea behind this is getting just a really good, awesome, earthy flavor out of this. So this is just kind of flash frying, basically. We'll add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, get some good color on that asparagus, get some crispy edges. It's just gonna go so well with that sauce and
Absolutely.
the crab and steak. Oh man! And then with the high heat, that center of that asparagus is still gonna be a little bit more on the raw side.
Yeah, just a little crisp.
Yep. And so I like it.
All right. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful.
Honestly, what were we on there? 45 seconds?
Yeah, something like that, if that. And the color is fantastic. The smell is killing me.
Oh man, this is so fun.
Let's go put this together. Yeah, I mean,
Right?
is the crab done yet?
Listen, well, we better take. Oh, it's perfect. Got the nice color on the crab. Got
All
some
right. Yeah,
butter sauce.
we're gonna eat
We
some
gotta
steak
eat this.
now. All
I'll
right.
get excited.
Okay, let's plate it up.
Oh man, this is my favorite part. Well, besides eating it anyway.
Well, this leads to our eating. I'm gonna take this big one right here. Oh, they're so juicy. Look at that. Look at that. Let me just
Beautiful
go like
color,
that.
red color on them. Got a little bit of char on there.
And then I'm just gonna throw some béarnaise on there.
Yeah, let's throw a little bit of sauce over the top. Beautiful.
And that'll kind of melt down in the heat. And I'm gonna grab this here crab claw, big king crab claw on there, like that.
Man, rustic Oscar on the patio.
And a nice little nest of that on the side. I cannot wait to bite into this.
That is a beautiful plate.
That is.
You know, and it really wasn't that hard.
No, not at all. I mean, the only thing you have to worry about is not scorching your eggs, basically.
Yeah.
That's the one thing, and the ThermoPen gets you right past that.
Get you right there. You know, and one thing we were talking about while we were cooking those steaks as well is, make sure on your steaks, you can buy an expensive piece of meat and don't ruin it by over-temping it as well.
Absolutely. Yep.
So, for me as a chef, ThermoPen is
It's the way to go.
I have very few things that I take with me every single time, and ThermoPen is definitely it.
Yep. All right, Jack, we've got your plate, we've got my plate.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna eat some.
Yeah, and we, be super creative when you guys are plating this. Do it, use your imagination, do some cool stuff with it. You know, part of you know, eating food is the way it looks. So, you know, totally get creative with it.
Some of that béarnaise, little lump of the crab on there.
Well, what do you think? Not too bad for back on the patio, right? All right, my turn. Oh, I'm so excited. A little crab in there, a little sauce. Got to have a bite of everything in there. See if I can get this done.
As far as patio cooking goes, this is amazing. As far as cooking goes, this is amazing. Forget the patio,
Right?
you know?
So it really doesn't matter where you're cooking. I mean, you can cook good food anywhere.
And this is really good food.
You know, the richness of the steak goes really well. We got the acidity coming out in the sauce. That crab just kind of tops everything up. And that earthly tones of that asparagus.
And the light crunch of the asparagus, too.
Right.
It's just fantastic. So, well, thank you so much for bringing this to us.
Thanks for having me
for
over.
For showing us how to do this. For showing us that we can do cooking like this easily outside if we want to.
Right.
And that the keys are basically just temperature control. Don't ruin your meat. Don't break your sauce. And the dish just cooks itself after that, huh?
It does. And then, oh my gosh, there's just like, I don't even know where you buy this meal anywhere. I love being out here. Love you guys. You guys do a great job.
Oh, well, we've enjoyed having you. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. Until next time, Jack, thank you so much for bringing the heat with us today. And to you all, happy cooking, and we'll see you next time.
Check me out.